San Joaquin College of Law. One degree, a world of options.
No matter what's happening outside with the Lennox Ultimate Comfort System, it's always perfect inside. Not just perfect air, perfectly tuned to your home air. And operates whisper quiet.
The Lennox Ultimate Comfort System. Perfect air, fully realized. Don't you wish everything was perfect? Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Donald P. Dick Air Conditioning today.
Fall allergy season has started with grass and weed pollen and high mold levels. Boz Allergy knows coughing, wheezing, and headaches due to allergies and asthma can mimic flu symptoms. Get proper diagnosis and treatment. Stay safe and stay healthy. Contact Boz Allergy today and breathe easier.
Now YourCentralValley.com, pros who know.
At United Health Centers, you will find quality care in medical, dental, optometry, chiropractic, urgent care services, and more. Visit us today for all of your healthcare needs.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
23 exceptional young women excelling in academics, athletics, community service, and leadership. This is the Junior League of Fresno's Senior Girl Athlete Scholarship Awards on Ksee 24, where education matters.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a Ksee 24 special presentation. Alongside Angelique Martinez, I'm Andrew Martin. We've once again partnered with the Junior League of Fresno for its annual Senior Girl Athlete Scholarship Awards.
Yeah, that's right, Andrew. And tonight we're honoring 23 exceptional young women. These students excel in academics, athletics, community service, and leadership. So what is the Junior League of Fresno? Simply put, it's an organization that helps build better communities. The Senior Girl Athlete Scholarship Awards is just a small part of it. The first Junior League chapter was founded in 1901 and has grown into one of the oldest and largest women's volunteer organizations in the world. The local chapter here in Fresno has been serving the Central Valley since 1948. Throughout its 75-year history, the Junior League of Fresno has focused on immediate areas of need in the community, but always with the mission of promoting volunteerism, developing the potential of women, and improving the community through the effective action and leadership of trained volunteers.
It really does a lot in the community, as do the young women we're about to meet.
Yeah, Andrew, our first scholarship is thanks to Christensen Family Orthodontics. Meet a two-sport star at Bullard High School who excels on the softball diamond and also in the classroom. Isabella Gallegos has played softball her entire life. The Bullard senior utilizes lessons she's learned in sports into her everyday encounters.
Sports lead into my normal life. They have so many lessons to take and have a strong mentality when you face adversity in any sort of aspect in life.
Isabella recently started playing water polo, something that was new to her. She said playing the additional sport helps keep her physically prepared all year for softball.
It's this whole new world, water sports. It's totally different from softball. So it was totally unique in that aspect, but definitely surprised myself in how well I actually ended up doing.
When it comes to her schoolwork, Isabella would take any free time she had in between games or practice to make sure that she got everything done.
Definitely all about time management, knowing what you want to do, prioritizing your schoolwork and then making sure you get to games. So when I would have games, I'd make sure I'd bring my work with me. I'd do it when we had a break. And then I just stay up late. I just try and get everything done.
She's still undecided on what college she'll be attending, but Isabella is planning on studying bioengineering and advancing to a career of making prosthetics.
Wow, that sounds like a really cool career. Our next student athlete is also undecided on a college, but she knows what she wants to do when she comes up for air. She's always in the water. Edison senior Olivia Wilkinson remembers the first time she tried water polo. She was in 3rd grade. Her mom signed her up. She did not like it.
And I jumped in the water and I could barely make it across the pool and I did not want to do it. I wanted to quit. I cried, but I kind of stuck with it.
With a break or two in between. But it helped that Olivia Wilkinson has sisters who play water polo. She's actually been on the same team with 2 of them, one older, one younger.
Which were super, super cool, and opportunity I will forever be thankful for. I think we all kind of fell in love with the water, and I think aquatics is a great sport.
For Olivia Wilkinson, it's been water polo in the fall. In the spring, she swims, usually the butterfly, occasionally breaststroke.
During the pandemic, I found a new appreciation for swim because that's what we went to because it was no contact. I found it to be therapeutic.
She feels the same way about art. Olivia Wilkinson takes art classes on the weekends. And one of the 10 AP classes she's taken at Edison was AP Art. In college, she plans to pursue a career in the medical field.
I really love working with people. I've had the opportunity the last 2 summers working as a lifeguard for the city of Fresno, and I got to work with like little kids and teach them how to swim. But I definitely do want to work with people, and I love science. I love biology. As of right now, I tend to major in biology and spend a few years in research and then go from there.
And she plans to do this in California while staying close to family. Olivia Wilkinson has 4 siblings. They're all pretty close in age.
We head to Clovis North now to catch up with our next scholar. She started running track in the 1st grade, and 11 years later, through a combination of hard work and talent, has earned an athletic scholarship to Cal Poly. But as Scott Bemis shows us, she is more than just a great runner.
Clovis North senior Ashlyn Leaf embraces the mental toughness needed to be a great distance runner.
Oh, for sure. My mindset going into any race is it's going to be so painful, and you just have to be okay with it.
That mentality has helped her become one of the top high school cross-country runners in the nation and one of the Valley's best 1-mile and 2-mile runners on the track.
In high school, I've been all-state twice in cross-country, and I qualified to Foot Locker Nationals this year and became an All-American, which was really cool. And I've been All-League and All-Valley multiple times in track.
Her impressive running prowess, though, is just a small part of what makes Ashlyn such a quality person. She's a great student as well, carrying a 3.9 GPA.
You get home from school, you have to do your homework. It's not rest time or whatever.
Is highly involved in her church.
I'm one of the leaders for our high school group, and I also serve the 1st grade class on Sunday mornings. I'm their Sunday school teacher, I guess.
And also acts as a mentor of sorts to underprivileged students in the Valley through a program called Teens with Care.
We're a bunch of teens from all over the Valley that just have come together to serve the community and better the community in any way we can.
At Clovis North High School, I'm Scott Bemis.
Ashlyn is also an avid reader, and she told Scott she's read around 50 books during her high school years. Her favorite, the Twilight series. Our next athlete is a 2-sport star at Clovis who was recently a part of a historic playoff run. Her story is brought to you by Assured Mortgage Company.
Clovis senior Genevieve Tamendong excels on the court and the track. She helped lead the Cougars girls basketball team to the Central Section Championship.
I've always been really proud of my team, but this year in particular, the fact that we were getting this much attention and we were getting all these students to come to our games, it really meant a lot to all of us, me included.
The 2-sport star also shines in the classroom. Genevieve is a member of the National Honor Society.
I may have lost a couple nights or a couple hours of sleep, but overall, I know that my academics comes first, and if it comes down to it, I'm going to do what comes for school before I do something for a sport. But my coaches are really understanding of that, and they know what my goal is, and they have helped support me.
Genevieve has her Letterman's jacket full of academic and athletic accomplishments.
These are just the fact that I was on varsity basketball and varsity track. Here is Scholar Athlete, which is maintaining a 3.5 GPA while also participating in a sport. And then this is Block C, which is the same as I have good grades and I'm involved in the school.
She's still deciding what she'll do at the next level in college and shared that if she plans on playing basketball, she'd likely join a club team.
She had some impressive patches on her Letterman's jacket. Our next scholarship is sponsored by Dutch Bros. Ashlyn Melgoza is a standout student athlete in Kerman. She plays multiple sports, and she's become a champion and a leader while overcoming mental struggles. Here's Scott Bemis.
Kerman senior Ashlyn Melgoza had a great reaction when she found out she had been chosen as her school's Junior League scholar.
I was honestly surprised. I was like, no way, I'm going to be on the news.
Ashlyn is a very deserving recipient of this honor. She is a 3-year varsity letterman in basketball and softball, and a 4-year varsity member in tennis, where she helped lead the Lions to Central Section Championships as a freshman and junior.
The teammates you have, they become family, sisters. So just looking at everything I went through, I really appreciate the sports.
At school, she carries a 3.9 GPA, is the secretary of her senior class, and is president of the Block K Club.
It just gives you different perspectives on the school.
She says her parents are the biggest reason she's the person she is today.
They always were there for me. They always pushed me to become better. They took me to all of my tournaments, my games. They always were just there for me.
Tennis in particular helped Ashlyn overcome some mental struggles. And in the future, she wants to use her experience to help others.
I'm going to pursue in psychology to become a sports psychologist to help people struggling with their mental health like I did.
At Kerman High School, I'm Scott Bemis.
Melgoza plans on attending Fresno City College in the fall, where she plans on being a student only. She says she's looking forward to watching and supporting her younger brother Maddox now, who was a 3-sport athlete as a freshman this year at Kerman.
From Kerman, we go north and a little east to Madera Ranchos. Our next scholarship is sponsored by Dutch Bros, and it's a 2-sport athlete who will be attending her dream school in a few months. At Liberty High School in Madera Ranchos, Emily Boatwright plays 2 sports. She wouldn't mind if there was a way to combine the 2.
My ultimate sport would be if I could take volleyball, the sport, and the people of soccer and put them together.
As a volleyball player, Boatwright is an outside hitter, though she plays a few different positions. In soccer, she's the goalie, and she was 2nd team All-League.
My mom played sports. She, in fact, played both soccer and volleyball. So that's how I really started when I was 6. She put me in the rec league that is local to Madera Ranchos.
And her mom rarely missed a game of hers throughout her high school career. In the fall, as it says on her sweatshirt, Emily Boatwright will be attending Cal Poly. She'll be studying mechanical engineering.
I wanted to stay in state, so Cal Poly is just ranked #1 for engineering, so I always knew that was my dream school where I would get my best education. Ever since I was a kid in elementary school, I loved math and science, so I asked my parents straight up. I was like, what involves math and science? And they told me engineering. So from there I went. I first thought civil, but then it seemed a little bit too much of an office job for me. So then I decided mechanical engineering because I just love something hands-on where I will be able to design and build and test something myself and be fully involved.
Emily Boatwright loves math and science, as you just heard. She told me her favorite class right now is calculus, and because Liberty is a smaller school, there are only 4 kids in her class. One more fun fact about Emily Boatwright: she likes to sing karaoke, but not really in front of people. She told me she gets nervous.
Much more to come on this KC24 special presentation, the annual Senior Girl Athlete Scholarship Awards. We'll be right back. But first, we'd like to recognize those who have helped make all of this possible.
For 75 years, Whitey's Pets has been helping you find your new best friend. We carry leading brands of dog and cat food at great prices. Our expert staff will help, whether you're just starting out or have years of schooling. Whitey's carries all the supplies and accessories your new friend needs to be happy and healthy. Shy friends, furry friends, slippery friends, friendly friends. Whitey's Pets, open every day. The best service and selection for 75 years. Say, how long is that in dog years?
Midland Tractor has a history of partnering with local growers, creating successes as rich as the valley soil. We bring the latest technology to our customers and provide on-site training and startup with the promise to stay until your equipment is performing as it should. Midland Tractor guides and supports through sales and unmatched service from the ground up. We've been committed to grower success for over 40 years. Thanks to you, our story continues. Midland Tractor Equipment Solutions, guaranteed.
Jurassic Quest is back and bigger than ever. See life-size animatronic dinosaurs, walking dinos, baby dinos, and so much more. Starting May 20th in Fresno. Tickets are flying fast. Buy in advance at JurassicQuest.com.
House Junkies buys homes in any condition. If you own a property that is distressed, damaged, even burned,
at House Junkies, we pay more than the average buyer.
Call us if you have bad tenants or need a partner for your investment. And House Junkies helps with tough renovations, assuming all fees and covering all escrow costs.
We pay top dollar. If you're selling, we're buying. Call House Junkies today.
Disaster and damage can strike anytime. It's good to know the professionals at Serpro have the training and equipment to get your life back on the right track. Whether it's water, fire, or storm damage, for restoration and cleaning, count on Serpro of Clovis, Visalia, Fresno, and Shaver.
This is the Junior League of Fresno Senior Girl Athlete Scholarship Awards on Ksee 24, where education matters.
Welcome back to our special presentation, the 42nd Senior Girl Athlete Scholarship Awards. Ksee 24 is proud to partner with the Junior League of Fresno, and now we welcome in Kylie Nesgis, president of the Junior League of Fresno. She's been a part of the organization since 2014. Kylie, as president, what are some of your responsibilities?
My responsibilities are maintaining the board of directors, the leadership team, organizing our general membership meetings, and having volunteering in the community and continuing to establish our focus area, foster youth.
And Kylie, you were a recipient of the Senior Girl Athlete Award when you were in high school. What sports did you play, and what was that experience like receiving the scholarship as well?
I played tennis, soccer, and badminton, and it was such an honor to receive the award that I wanted to come back and serve my community, and had the opportunity to join Junior League of Fresno in 2014.
And how hands-on are you with choosing the athletes that we're featuring tonight?
Our athletes are chosen by the high school's athletic directors, coaches, and teachers. So we give that opportunity to the high schools.
So the decision is up to them, but what are some of the qualities that they're looking for when picking a recipient?
So they have to excel in academics, athletics, community service, and leadership.
And how did you first become involved with the Junior League of Fresno?
It goes back to being honored as a recipient, as well as our past president, Savannah Ellison, got me to volunteer at Junior League of Monterey County, and that's when I put the 2 and 2 together and joined Junior League of Fresno.
Do you foresee yourself being president of the Junior League of Fresno for years to come?
Unfortunately, my term ends in June, but I will be continuing to serve in a leadership role next year.
And what are you hoping to accomplish in that new leadership role moving forward?
Just recruitment and retaining our members, as well as continuing our long-term Senior Girl Athlete Awards.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us, Kylie, and providing insight into what the Junior League of Fresno does. She's Kylie Nesgis, president of the Junior League of Fresno. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Back to you, Andrew.
Thanks, Angelique. Let's continue getting to know these amazing young women. We find our next standout student athlete at Central, on the mat. In the wrestling room at Central High School, there is one name on the wall under girls state champions, Paige Morales.
Just some accomplishments I had, like here in California, I feel like I've accomplished pretty much everything I've set out to do. I've won Super 32, which is a really big tournament. I've won Fargo twice as a cadet and junior. I've won state, obviously.
She's been wrestling for less than 10 years. Don't be surprised in the next 5 years if Paige Morales is an Olympian.
That is the overall goal for me. It's been the overall goal for me ever since I was little, and that's the goal that my coaches have set, so I'm destined to achieve that. I don't know if it's going to be as soon as we think, but I'm definitely waiting for the perfect time to do that.
In the meantime, she's found the perfect college, Central Methodist in Missouri. She committed in February, and Paige Morales plans to major in exercise science, studying towards becoming an athletic trainer.
I've had surgery in 2019, 2021, and then I'll have it again in 2023. Well, my shoulder dislocates. I know a lot of people thought it was my hand and wrist, but it's my shoulder. It dislocates, and I just have to pop it back in. So with that, like every time it dislocates, it just basically tears like muscles, and it breaks cartilage in my bones and stuff like that. So it wears down like my shoulder. I know that what it's like to be in an injury, so I want to help people like get back as strong as they can and as fast as possible.
She'll be good to go by the time she enrolls in the fall. When Paige Morales first started wrestling at the age of 10, she also did jiu-jitsu at the same time. In terms of academics, her favorite subject is English. She loves to write. Paige Morales, not the only wrestler we are profiling tonight. We have another one who is also a state champion. Let's go to Selma. Selma High School has a history of producing state champion wrestlers, both on the boys' side and on the girls' side. In February of 2022, last year, Ariana Arias became part of that history.
Yeah, I remember every moment of that match. It was really exciting. The girl I wrestled, I haven't beat her at all that season. So I was kind of going in with like a nervous head. So my coach had to calm me down before my match.
A match in which Ariana Arias was down 4-0, but she forced overtime and she won to become a state champion at 116 pounds.
The crowd didn't bug me, the lights, nothing. She took a bad shot on me and I ended up getting my 2. It was crazy. I didn't believe it. I honestly couldn't believe it.
Ariana Arias was a junior when she won state. As a freshman, she was injured and did not wrestle. As a sophomore, her year was wiped out due to COVID-19, so she did not wrestle. She will be wrestling in college, recently committing to the University of Providence in Great Falls, Montana.
I like the fact that people underestimate me. I've been underestimated a lot of times during wrestling, and it's just funny watching all their faces just fall in shock, like, wow, she's actually a good wrestler. So it's very cool.
What's also cool? She has a brother who wrestles at Fresno City College.
We've always kind of had a little competition growing up.
When she was younger, Ariana Arias played soccer and volleyball. She plans to major in kinesiology in college with the hope of one day becoming a physical therapist.
Andrew, you mentioned volleyball. We now head out to Madera South High School to meet a senior who plans on turning her love of volleyball into coaching.
Madera South's Anna Kajitani plays volleyball and is also on the track and field team. She participates in field events with throwing. Anna has played both sports since middle school while managing a busy schedule and excelling in her academics.
Definitely comes with a lot of time management. The little time that I would have between school and practice or games, I would be spending doing homework. I take honors, dual enrollment, AP, so it was hard sometimes, but I was able to manage it.
Anna is attending Fresno State this fall. She plans on studying business and hopes to be a financial manager one day. While being a full-time student, she'll also coach volleyball.
I've always been like the mom of the team, so I thought maybe I'd really enjoy coaching. I tried it out, and then I figured out I really love it, so I hope I can still coach for the years to come.
She has experience coaching a club volleyball team and hopes to coach at the high school level next year.
I know the college athlete thing wasn't really for me because I've always put academics first, but I'm really looking forward to college and my career. I really love coaching, and I get the excitement that my coaches have gotten from it.
Anna added that she might explore the possibility of joining the club volleyball team at Fresno State next year. Brinley Ashjian only started diving a couple years ago as a high school sophomore during COVID. And only 2 years later, she is one of the best divers in the Valley. But as Scott Bemis tells us, that is only part of what makes her special.
From a very young age, Clovis West senior Brinley Ashjian was a bit of a daredevil.
I was always doing like flips into the pool or like cartwheels inside.
These days, Brinley is still flipping and twisting.
One of my most difficult dives is probably my inner 1.5 for me. My back is to the water and I go inward towards the board and I do a full flip and then I keep going and dive in hands first.
As a diver, she placed second in the Central section last year and 17th in the state. But she actually is a 3-sport star for the Golden Eagles, one of the Valley's top high school gymnasts, and a key member of the Eagles' competitive cheer team that finished second at nationals this year.
I don't know, I'm just a very competitive person, so I love competing.
Brinley carries a 3.8 GPA and is involved in leadership on campus.
So that's always really fun because we have to plan a lot of events, paint a lot of posters, and it's just really, I'm very like a organized, like to know what's happening kind of person.
And as someone who transferred into Clovis West as a freshman without knowing anyone, she tries to make everybody feel welcome.
I think just no matter what, when you're kind to other people, they're more likely to be kind to you. And then just I think everyone deserves to have some sort of friend in their life. I just always try to reach out to other people.
At Clovis West High School, I'm Scott Bemis.
Brinley Ashjian will be attending BYU this fall. She plans on studying business. Our next standout student athlete is all business when she's on the tennis court or in the pool. She competes for San Joaquin Memorial.
San Joaquin Memorial senior Ella Triplett plays tennis and also swims. Her main sport is tennis. She's been playing on the court since she was 11 years old.
I just like it because it's more of an individual sport. Like sometimes the pressure of playing a sport with multiple people playing can get to me sometimes. So I kind of like it just being me and my opponent.
She's a member of the National Honor Society and takes part in community service and events on top of school and being a two-sport athlete.
My academics are very important to me. Like I'm always very focused on school above all else. So it's really important, like over the past 4 years, for me to find like a good balance of like school and sports and everything else.
Ella plans on studying criminal justice and eventually advance to a career in forensic psychology.
I'm really happy I can like represent like some of those ideals for our school. And when I play sports, I always try to have good sportsmanship and stuff, really represent our school. So I always am trying to like represent the school in like everything that I do.
She's still deciding what college she'll be attending next fall. Ella won't play sports at the collegiate level, but says she'll plan on playing tennis for the rest of her life.
We head to Reedley High School next to learn about someone who is super competitive. She's been competing against her twin brother her entire life.
Yeah, and she says running helps her relieve stress and bond with her teammates. But what kind of music do they listen to when they run? Her choice, Taylor Swift. Our choice to tell her story, Scott Bemis.
Reedley senior Araceli Villarreal is super competitive because she's been competing against her twin brother her entire life.
We're competing to see who's better in anything. So grades, sports, like involvement, it's always like, who did more? Who did more?
In Araceli's case, she's already done a lot. As a runner, she qualified for the cross-country state meet as a junior and is a former league champ in 3 distance events on the track. But her impact goes beyond the results because she's also been a varsity captain the last 2 years.
My leadership style is really passionate and loud. I love like making connections with the girls. Like me and the girls joke around in and out, like depending, it doesn't matter the age gap or anything.
Carrying a 4.2 GPA, Araceli is a senior class valedictorian whose leadership skills extend beyond athletics.
I am the student board representative for the class of 2023, meaning I go to board meetings and I get informed about like the district as a whole, which is pretty cool.
She is headed to Fresno State in the fall, where she hopes to continue her running career and start the process of becoming a teacher herself to help the next young kid in the same way her kindergarten teachers helped her when she was the new kid at school.
Teachers were so kind and they'd have like art session and reading books, and I just thought like that was the coolest thing. And I was like, to do that for somebody else, like other kids next generation, to bring that in, I was like, that's the golden ticket right there.
At Reedley High School, I'm Scott Bemis.
We mentioned how she's been competing with her twin brother, Alberto, her entire life. Well, Alberto did barely win in one area, as he will graduate with a GPA 1/100th of a decimal point better than his sister. Gotta love the competitiveness between those two. Our next senior comes from Kingsburg. She wrapped up her athletic career with the Vikings and earned a handful of accolades over the last 4 years.
Presley Woods is a two-sport athlete at Kingsburg playing soccer and volleyball. She earned a spot on the varsity soccer team as a freshman and has played the sport her entire life.
All these girls play multiple sports together because it's such a small school, so getting to play sports year-round with these girls, and then they're like your best friends. And I actually got to play with my younger sister this year, so that was fun.
Presley's schedule has been jam-packed her whole life, with school and all of her outside activities, including dance.
Try and work hard in all my classes and my sports, but I try to keep school a priority and sports just both top priorities, so they both get taken care of.
She's still deciding where she'll attend college, but her athletic career has come to a close.
I decided not to play any sports in college. I am going to school next year, I'm just not sure where. I just decided to keep my last memories here with my team in this small town and just kind of not have to say goodbye to it twice.
Presley was a 2-year captain for the varsity girls soccer team, and her love of sports have led her to want to study kinesiology and physical therapy in the future.
Presley's fondest memory of playing sports in high school was playing soccer with her sister this past fall.
We'll be right back.
Anytime you have a huge insecurity, it affects your personality. It affects how you interact with people. You know, just all that brokenness that you carry when you have a deep insecurity. Being free from that has definitely allowed me to be more open.
Hi, I'm Mayor Jerry Dyer, inviting you to attend this year's State of the City Luncheon on Wednesday, May 24th at the Fresno Convention and Entertainment Center. The city of Fresno is on the move, and I'm thrilled to share some of the remarkable things happening in communities throughout our city. Join me in highlighting community members who work every day to move Fresno forward and hear why our city is the best place to live and do business. Tickets on sale at FresnoChamber.com. That's FresnoChamber.com.
You know there are easier ways to look smart than to wear those fake glasses, David. These aren't fake. Like getting a home equity line from ECU. What's like getting a home equity line from ECU? The easy way to look smart. Try and keep up. Getting a home equity line of credit from ECU allows you to tap into your home's equity for projects around the house. That is smart. See? You don't need those fake glasses to look smart. You just need me and ECU. They're not fake.
Visit myeecu.org to see how your family can benefit today.
We do it all at Closets by Design. Closets, garage, home office, and more.
Take 40% off plus an extra 15% off plus free installation. Call 1-800-BY-DESIGN or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Find your comfort footwear at Roxanne's Birkenstock, the Valley's largest Birkenstock retailer. We also have brands like Crocs and Dansko for the whole family. 40 years of exceptional customer service. Shop locally owned, Roxanne's Birkenstock.
When I came to my first appointment, felt right at home. You guys didn't judge me. You guys didn't do anything to make me feel uncomfortable. I felt at home, and I still do, and I don't regret picking up that phone.
This is the Junior League of Fresno Senior Girl Athlete Scholarship Awards on KC24, where education matters.
Hi, I'm Emily Irwin, host of Central Valley Today, KC24's daily lifestyle show, and I'm also a proud member of the Junior League of Fresno. Being part of Junior League means finding your tribe of like-minded women striving to build better communities. Our local league and the International Association empowers me to make a strong commitment to service while making personal connections and continuing to grow as a local community leader. I've met some of my closest friends through League, experienced some of my greatest successes and some of my most meaningful challenges as well. It is an honor to continue the work of Junior League of Fresno, set in motion more than 40 years ago when they hosted the very first Senior Girl Athlete Awards. So thank you to all of our sponsors and supporters for helping us continue this tradition, and congratulations to this year's Senior Girl Athletes.
Always great to hear from Emily Irwin. She's our colleague here at KC24, the anchor for Central Valley Today, weekdays at 3 o'clock. Last year, she was also the Senior Girl Athlete Chair for the Junior League of Fresno. Welcome back to this KC24 special presentation, the Junior League of Fresno's 42nd Senior Girl Athlete Scholarship Awards. Alongside Angelique Martinez, I'm Andrew Martin.
Yeah, Andrew, we are honoring 23 exceptional young women tonight. They excel in academics, athletics, community service, and leadership. We've met quite a few of them already, but we are far from done. Our next senior loves to spend her time in the water, being a part of both the swim and water polo teams at Madera High School. Madera senior Marisol Alvarez spends most of her time in the pool. She swims all year long and also plays water polo.
It's silent, like it's just me, and I don't have to count on anybody else. And I don't have like the pressure of like having to work with the team or like messing up and then messing up the team.
Marisol excels in the classroom and in the water. She balances both by staying focused on her goals while being a part of 3 different clubs in school. While she enjoys the isolation of swimming, she also enjoys the competitiveness of water polo.
I just do water polo just seasonal, just for the school. And I love my team and I love shooting the ball, that's why.
Her sacrifices have led Marisol to her ultimate goal. In the fall, she'll be attending UC San Diego to study structural engineering. She hopes to walk onto the swim team as well.
Really wanting it, like I really want to have good grades and be good at my sports. So it's just like about sacrificing time where everybody else is like messing around.
Marisol said she chose to attend school in San Diego because of the weather, and the sunshine is perfect for swimming. Our next scholar comes from an athletic family, as both her parents played a bunch of sports, including softball and basketball. She followed in their footsteps into athletics, with soccer being her favorite. We'd like to thank Dutch Bros for her scholarship. Here's Scott Bemis with her story.
Shane Stewart began playing soccer when she was 3, and several years later, she became a goalie. By default, really.
I started really young, like 8 years old, because nobody else wanted to take the position. And then I came to love it because it was the position where I had to run the least.
That love for the position was on full display in her soccer career at Sanger High School, where she was named her league's Goalie of the Year 3 times. And helped lead the Apaches to a pair of league titles as an upperclassman, as well as the school's first ever Valley title when she was a junior.
It was really surreal because I had never imagined winning such a big title and also being the first girls team to do that. And it was really a cool experience.
Shane also played 2 years of varsity volleyball, but still somehow found time to be a superstar in the classroom as well, where she has taken 8 AP classes overall and maintains a 4.5 GPA.
It's been kind of stressful, but I've learned to balance my time really well after school and on the bus sometimes, or waiting during JV's game or other games.
That strong academic work ethic will serve her well in college as she prepares for a career that will combine 2 of her favorite subjects.
I'm planning on majoring in architecture to become an architect. I really love art and math, and it's quite a good combination of the 2.
At Sanger High School, I'm Scott Bemis.
In the fall, Shane Stewart will attend the Lyles College of Engineering at Fresno State. She'll study architecture. And by the way, her little sister Mason is also a really good soccer player. She was an all-league defender at Edison this year as a freshman. Our next athlete scholarship is sponsored by the foundation at FCOE. Let's head out to Washington Union. Meet Aria Munoz, 3-sport athlete at Washington Union with a unique name.
My name is actually derived from my mom's. It's spelled backwards. So my mom's name is Myra, my name is Ariam, and so it's just kind of spelled backwards.
Yet, she's always moving forward. And next year, she'll move to Coalinga to play volleyball at West Hills.
I didn't know if I wanted to play volleyball at a higher level, but I realized I'm probably not going to get this opportunity again. I might as well take advantage of it. Yeah, so I talked to the coach, and I'm going to be heading out there for the next 2 years.
With the hope of then transferring to a 4-year school where she can pursue a degree in biology. Aria Munoz likes to study.
I don't like to have bad grades. It puts me in a bad mood. I like to study because I guess it keeps me productive. I don't feel lazy. I don't feel, how do I say? I feel like it keeps me going. It's like expands my knowledge, and I like that.
She mentioned not wanting to feel lazy. She's definitely not lazy. Aria Munoz volunteers at a hospital twice a week in addition to playing 3 sports. By the way, Munoz was on varsity all 4 years in 2 of those sports, volleyball and soccer. Another sport she likes, bowling. It's something she does with her friends, though she was quick to say she's not very good.
In recent years, Buchanan High School always seems to be in the running to be named the state's school of the year when it comes to overall athletics. So obviously, competition is steep to be the school's junior league scholar. But one young lady stood out above the rest. Here's Scott Bemis.
For most of elementary school, Buchanan High School senior Olivia Sundgren was a gymnast. But in 6th grade, that changed.
I broke my arm doing gymnastics twice, so I decided to not do that anymore, and I just wanted to try something else, so I decided to do swim.
It turned out to be a good decision because Olivia has turned into one of the best high school swimmers in the Central section. Already a 2-time Valley champ in both the 200 IM and the 500 free, an event where she also finished 3rd at the state meet last year.
I like that I get to train with my teammates. I really like the community. It's super fun, and I don't know, I like just getting to race and have fun with that.
Olivia carries a 4.2 GPA and is really involved in her church. She's also one half of an impressive twin sister combination at Buchanan. as her sister Sydney is one of the top distance runners in the state. Both will be headed to Cal Poly next year to continue their athletic careers.
I really like the area in that it's not too far away from home, and I will also be going there with my sister, and that was something that we really wanted to do.
And after college, Olivia wants to follow in the footsteps of her parents.
Both my parents work in education, and I like their schedules, and I just want to help children.
At Buchanan High School, I'm Scott Bemis.
Also this school year, she got to compete in junior nationals in December, and she swam against a lot of Olympians at a pro swim meet in January. We stay in the water for our next standout student athlete at Hoover. For the past 4 years, Shelby Napier has pretty much lived in the water at Hoover High School. She's both a swimmer and a water polo player for the Patriots. She actually got started in the pool by playing basketball.
Because I had a knee injury, and I was gonna be in the pool for therapy, and then I just fell in love with the sport.
In 7th grade, Napier tore the lateral meniscus in her left knee. By 10th grade, she scored 15 goals in one game.
So in water polo, if you have a hard foul and you get 3 or more, you get rolled, and that means you're completely out of the game. I think we were going against Madera South, and they have these 2 twins that I actually play club with, and they're really good. And one of them got rolled, and their team just didn't adjust very well to our offense because we were man up for a lot of it, and they just kept leaving me open.
Now she's leaving her options open. Shelby Napier will attend Clovis Community College for the next 2 years. She's interested in the medical field, specifically becoming an ultrasound technician. She'll work towards that. At the same time, she'll play water polo at Fresno City.
A lot of people, they always talk about, try to get the scholarship going to 4 years, but I really feel like because I started my freshman year, I feel like I need the extra 2 years to, just solidify my skills, because I want to grow more as a player before jumping into, a 4-year college and playing there.
Shelby Napier hopes that after these next 2 years, she can earn a scholarship to either Fresno Pacific or Fresno State. And I mentioned that she's a swimmer. In addition to being a water polo player, she competes in the 50 free, the 100 free, and the 200 free. Last year, she won league in the 200.
Clovis East Volleyball had only won 15 league games over the last 5 seasons heading into this past season. But this year, they only dropped 1 league game in winning their first track title since 2015. And as Scott Bemis shows us, our next scholar was a big part of that incredible turnaround.
It's obvious her teammates respected Clovis East senior volleyball player Jordan Qualwasser because she was a team captain when she was only 15 years old as a sophomore.
It was a big honor. It was also a big responsibility.
She continued in that role for the rest of her high school career, even when she was resigned to the bench for her entire junior season after tearing her ACL.
I always have tried to be someone who forms a connection with everyone on the team, make sure everyone is seen.
She was healthy this year, and with Jordan's help as an all-league hitter, the Timberwolves had a season to remember. And even though their dream of a Central Section title came up just a little short, the memories from this season will be ingrained in Jordan forever.
Just looking back on how close we became, how some of these girls on my team are going to be lifelong friends.
Her volleyball credentials are only a small part of Jordan's impressive high school resume. She'll graduate with a GPA well over 4, has been an on-campus leader with several different organizations, is a Sunday school teacher at her church, has helped the less fortunate through several mission trips to other countries, and even started her own club on campus, the Gold Mining Club.
We practice gold mining techniques. So, we do panning or we go sleuth boxing and stuff.
Jordan plans on playing volleyball next fall at Cosumnes River College in Sacramento and hopes to eventually parlay her love of nature into a career as an environmental biologist.
In my mind, the national parks or just all this environment is just a gift from God. And I feel as though it's our responsibility to take care of it and to preserve what he gave us. And it's such a beautiful gift, why not?
At Clovis East High School, I'm Scott Bemis.
100% ribeye beef in a burger. Yep, 100% ribeye beef in a burger. My Ribeye Steakhouse burgers. All the flavor of a juicy ribeye steak in a burger. Did I mention they're made with 100% ribeye beef?
Hi, I'm Mayor Jerry Dyer, inviting you to attend this year's State of the City Luncheon on Wednesday, May 24th at the Fresno Convention and Entertainment Center. The city of Fresno is on the move, and I'm thrilled to share some of the remarkable things happening in communities throughout our city. Join me in highlighting community members who work every day to move Fresno forward and hear why our city is the best place to live and do business. Tickets on sale at FresnoChamber.com. That's FresnoChamber.com.
When it comes to power lift recliners of every size and look imaginable, the one place you'll find more selection than anywhere else is right here at Fashion Furniture. There's a whole section. Simple power recliners in 100 different colors and fabrics to double reclining leather love seats with a console in between. You'll love the selection of power lift recliners in every price range at Fashion Furniture on El Paso across from River Park. There's nothing like it in all of California.
House Junkies buys homes in any condition. If you own a property that is distressed, damaged, even burned,
at House Junkies, we pay more than the average buyer.
Call us if you have bad tenants or need a partner for your investment. And House Junkies helps with tough renovations, assuming all fees and covering all escrow costs.
We pay top dollar. If you're selling, we're buying. Call House Junkies today.
Woke up this morning, I done knew where he went. Hid the keys in my car, smoked my last cigarette. That good for nothing mother trucking son of a gun. I don't need to know a name, cause I could tell you which one. You went back to Tulsa, put some miles on that adios Tacoma. And I ain't talking Oklahoma, cause it ain't what you think. But if you spell it back to front, you're gonna.
My legendary mozzarella sticks are back, and they come with, wait for it, keep waiting, marinara sauce. You asked for it, you got it. You can thank me later. Get them as part of my mini munchies for just $3.50.
This is the Junior League of Fresno Senior Girl Athlete Scholarship Awards on Ksee 24, where education matters.
Welcome back. Our next standout student athlete says she eventually wants to be a physical therapist so she can help other people.
Yeah, Andrew, this would be nothing new for this special senior who has been doing her part to make Fresno High a better place for the last 4 years. Here's Scott Bemis with her story, brought to you by Dutch Bros.
I asked Fresno High senior Rhiannon Walker her reaction when she found out she was going to be a Junior League scholar.
Fresno High gets a lot of bad representation, and there's a lot of good things that happen here too, so being able to be one of the good things that are covered in the news is really exciting.
Walker is the epitome of a good thing. On the pitch, she helped the Warriors girls soccer team reach the second round of the Central Section playoffs this year. And as a cross-country runner, she twice qualified for state individually in her career, and also helped make a little history for the school when her cross-country team qualified for state for the first time her freshman year.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Maybe my name will be remembered. I don't know.
The daughter of a teacher at Fresno High, Rhiannon carries a 4.0 GPA and is one of the senior class's valedictorians.
You don't put your homework away until the end of the week or the end of the weekend. You get it done, and I don't know, I was just taught to get things done.
She's also the president of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes at Fresno High and vice president of the Inclusion Club, a club started by her best friend, which tries to bridge the gap between the special ed students and the rest of the student body.
Growing up, my mom just taught us to give back to others and just to give what we can and to be kind to everybody.
At Fresno High School, I'm Scott Bemis.
As for her running career, she plans to continue that in college. She might just see our next standout student athlete on campus. We find her right now at Roosevelt. Tiana Sutherland has been a basketball player since elementary school. In high school, at Roosevelt, she was on varsity all 4 years. The Rough Riders won the North Yosemite League 4 times.
I feel like a role model, sort of, in the girls' basketball, because when I came, from what Mr. Lopez has said, they didn't win any games. As far as I'm concerned, they said 2 games, the whole league. I was like, ugh. But then when I came, I'm not trying to be you know. But yeah, we started winning, and I'm proud of that.
Winning, not just in league, but deep into the state playoffs.
Coming together as a team and being able to work with each other, being a family, a sisterhood for basketball, being a sisterhood, and always having friends outside and inside the court.
That's applicable to the classroom. In the fall, Tiana Sutherland will be taking classes at Fresno State.
I want to be near my family, I guess. I can be near my family. And then from Fresno State, I visited a few times. I really like the campus, the programs that they have for African Americans. They give us more opportunities and stuff like that for our dreams to become a reality.
Right now, her dream is to be an anesthesiologist, but she's not limiting herself.
Yeah, it's between three. It's either criminology, theater, or in the medical pathway.
At this time, Tiana Sutherland will not be playing basketball at Fresno State, but she would be interested in walking on if there is an opportunity. She played 2 other sports in high school, golf and track and field. She's also been a peer mentor. She does a podcast, and in her free time, she likes to paint and to bake. What, you ask? Apple pie and cookies.
Nice. Our next featured athlete loves golf so much that she plans on pursuing it professionally after college. Meet future Fresno City Ram Jillian Thor. Her story is brought to you by Dutch Bros. Sunnyside senior Jillian Thor plays golf and lacrosse. She was inspired to play golf by her sisters and now can't imagine her life without the sport.
A joke I like to say a lot is golf is like a stressful stress reliever. A lot of people underestimate the sport, but they don't really think about how mentally straining it is for you. And for me, it takes my mind off of other things just so I can play golf and focus on that.
Jillian is a successful student and athlete. She stays busy with her sports and spends any extra time she has studying and working on her craft.
Trying my best, utilizing my resources, whether it's using the school library or going to after-school tutoring. And something I always like to say is eat when you can, sleep when you can, study when you can. And if you're not doing that, you should probably be practicing your sport.
And all that extra work is paying off. Jillian is attending Fresno City College next fall. She'll be on the women's golf team. She hopes to eventually grow and learn even more in the sport to make it her professional career.
By staying local, I can really show how it's different to be from Fresno. I know that a lot of people they like to go to big cities like LA, but you know, staying local, I want to show that there's true potential even if you're in the Central Valley like Fresno.
Jillian Thor is proud to represent Fresno and the Central Valley. Perhaps we will see her on golf's biggest stage one day. At McLean High School, we saw our next standout student athlete on a lot of stages. She played a lot of sports for the Highlanders. Cross country, lacrosse, track and field, volleyball. In the 4 years that Sandy Fisher has attended McLean High School, she's played 4 sports. She's really good in the shot put.
I'm like, what is this? And it was so heavy. I'm like, I'm supposed to throw this? And I did it, and I almost threw it at somebody my first time throwing it because I didn't know the rules or anything. But then after, I got pretty good at it, like training and practice.
Good enough to regularly finish in the top 3 in league.
It's not the sport itself, it's my coach that makes me love my sport. I've been doing shot put and discus since middle school, and it always just helped me relieve stress.
No one wants to be stressed. In fact, stress was a factor in where Sandy Fisher has chosen to attend college, UC Santa Cruz.
I heard they had a really good biology major, and that's what I want to major in. And just being near the beach and a college in the forest was really amazing to me, and it's peaceful, it's quiet, there's nature around you, and I feel like because getting a biology major is pretty hard, and I feel like if I'm in a peaceful environment, then I'll be less stressed.
Less stressed, but still busy, just like she has been in high school. Did you know Sandy Fisher was a Boy Scout?
Because they let girls join, and we did a lot of community service around the Clovis area about picking up trash. And I also do community service with my cross-country coach because we volunteer for races.
She also has a sports medicine internship. Sandy Fisher has taken several AP classes at McLean, AP Bio, AP Calculus, AP World History, just to name a few.
We've enjoyed highlighting outstanding female athletes from the Central Valley. A reminder of the Junior League of Fresno's mission statement. The Junior League of Fresno is an organization of women committed to promoting volunteerism, developing the potential of women, and improving the community through the effective action and leadership of trained volunteers. Its purpose is exclusively educational and charitable. For more information, you can visit their website, jlfresno.org.
For more than 40 years, the Junior League of Fresno has honored young female athletes, and it continues to encourage volunteerism and education.
The Junior League of Fresno does a great job of shining a spotlight on the future female leaders in our community. We want to thank you so much for joining us tonight as we highlighted 23 senior girl athletes who excel in their sports and academics as well.
It has been our pleasure to tell their stories, and we hope that you have enjoyed getting to know these outstanding athletes as much as we have. That is it for us tonight on this Ksee 24 special presentation. For Angelique Martinez and Scott Bemis, I'm Andrew Martin. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Hi everyone, and welcome back. I'm here to remind you that if you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, we have legal professionals standing by to tell you how much your case is potentially worth. Spokesman Tom Mustin is with us in the Help Center. So Tom, tell the viewers at home why they should call in.
Well, Gina, they should call because we have live agents available for you right now. If someone's been injured in an accident that was not your fault, give us a call right now and find out how much your case is potentially worth.
Jurassic Quest is back and bigger than ever. See life-size animatronic dinosaurs, walking dinos, baby dinos, and so much more. Starting May 20th in Fresno. Tickets are flying fast. Buy in advance at JurassicQuest.com.
Midland Tractor has a history of partnering with local growers. We bring the latest technology to our customers and provide on-site training and startup with the promise to stay until your equipment is performing as it should. Midland Tractor Equipment Solutions, guaranteed.
If you're looking for new furniture, consider American-made designs from Fresno's Fashion Furniture. Beautiful, handcrafted Amish dining room from Trailways. An Amish bedroom by Premier. Artisan Post and Benchmade by Bassett. Jonathan Lewis, Flex Steel, England, Michael Nicholas, Southern Motion, and so many others. In fact, it's likely the largest and most impressive selection of American-made furniture you've ever seen. All from my friends at Fashion. There's nothing like it in all of California.
Hi everyone, and welcome. If you or someone you know were injured in an accident that was not your fault, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to tell you how much your case is potentially worth. So Tom, tell the viewers watching at home who should call in right now.
Well, Gina, anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault should give us a call right now. We have live agents available to answer any questions you have. They'll tell you if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. You heard it, folks. Call now.
Tonight on Ksee 24, catch Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, and Chicago PD. Followed by Ksee 24, News at 11. Brought to you in part by Chuck Chansey Gold Resort and Casino.
20 years in the making. Built on edge-of-your-seat excitement and fantastic fun, it's the event you've been waiting for. Chuck Chansey Gold's $1.5 million celebration. And you can win big every week. Like a chance to win $1 million or $1,000 in lucky kiosk cash. And everyone is going to want this. Celebrate 20 years of lucky winning in one spectacular celebration. Only at Chuck Chansey Gold Resort and Casino. Feel the fun.
Dad?
I was the lead singer.
Packing tape is like roadside assistance. Quality matters.
So join AAA, America's most recommended roadside service.
When I reflect on my past self, what I see is fear and anxiety. What if you get that middle seat on your flight? What if your trip requires a lot of walking?
Now, you can forget that. Today, we're a dream chaser. And to you, this road tripper meets memory collector, I can't tell you how proud I am of you. With bariatric surgery, I lost my desire to live life on standby and found my love for travel.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can do all your favorite beach activities, like spike ball, whitewater rafting, shrimp boils, wade fishing, or hanging with the locals. You can say that again.
Get low 3.99% APR financing on the stylish, fuel-efficient Camry. Or lease a Camry for as low as $379 a month.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
A garden hose is like roadside assistance. Quality matters. So join AAA, America's most recommended roadside service.
A wild police chase from Firebaugh to Kerman with speeds reaching over 100 miles an hour. Story at 11.